Okay, hey everybody, this is A of the Dawn. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. We're going to be talking about Chiron in the third house. Um, alright, so since Chiron is in relationship to Virgo, is it ruled by Mercury? Like a lot of stuff that I have read about Chiron asks questions instead of, all the other planets and stuff are defined, but this asteroid is kind of like, is it or isn't it? Is it or isn't it? Um, because a lot of to me, I'm just gonna say this. To me, it's what came to mind when I was contemplating Chiron was Neptune. Because of the issues with wounds. To me, Chiron has the you're not in quite as denial of your wounds, and it doesn't come with this like high ideal, but it does come with a hiding. Like you want to you don't necessarily want to hide, but you feel so wounded that you just hold your head down in defeat. Yes, Chiron has a feeling of like, I'm defeated, and you're right, I am fucked up. Like when I see Chiron in the placements of a chart, I see non-movement, I see non-action, and I also see a tendency to want other people to help you in the area or to do it for you, because you don't think you can handle the responsibility of taking care of yourself in that area, but you can't stop yourself from wanting to have the things that Chiron wants in that area. Chiron really does want in the third house to communicate and be creative. It really wants to. But you might find yourself maybe not trusting your own ideas. You might find yourself maybe peeking at other people's ideas and kind of like stealing the answers and realizing, oh, I thought the same thing. And then you'll trust yourself more, and you'll get started, and then you'll hit a wall and you'll stop because you can't see all the way through to the end on how to relax the wound, that energy, and clear it out and make a passageway for your energy to flow in that area. Um, Chiron in the third house. Chiron has a tendency to have the no one is listening to me syndrome. Like, nobody can hear me, so I might as well not say anything. And I think I already said that. And I see that even more in the third house. You might throw a silent tantrum on the inside, like, since no one is listening to me, I'm just not going to speak at all. Or since no one is listening to me, then I'm just going to be louder than everyone else. Either way, that shows your wound, and that's fine, because awareness is the waters that clear out energy. So it's good for you to be aware. Um, but just know you're not hiding anything. Like being louder or being um, overly reserved isn't going to change the situation, which is you want to be able to express yourself. You want to express your creativity. You want to express your message. You want to get your message out. What else did I write? Hmm. And in your creativity, you might tend to create like very sad songs or sad poetry, and things that express your wound, and that you're lonely, and that no one understands you, and no one's listening to you. Um, Chiron to me comes with a burden of discouragement and sadness, and like I said earlier, defeat. Like I just can't. It's like I just can't do it. I can't. I can't. And in order to heal that wound, to change that around, you might think this is too simple, but you can start saying I can. I may not see how right now, but I can. Because saying I can't just kind of shuts your awareness away from that area of your life, and then it still remains an issue. And when something stays an issue for too long, it can get so loud, so big, it becomes a monster, and it can like rule your whole existence until you deal with it. So in the area of communication, that's a really big deal. You know, feeling understood feels like a big deal. You may be able to help other people feel secure in that area, but you may feel insecure yourself. You may be a psychologist, a natural therapist, a natural healer of people's third chakra, and you might have like the bomb advice, you know, as to how to transmute that energy. And I say follow your own advice. Just follow your own advice. And shy away from any type of communication that's unhealthy for you, as far as gossiping, and make sure that when you speak, it is upliftment and encouragement. Mhm. And you know, your the criticism may be like completely on fleek here. Your self-criticism and people's criticism of you, you might feel like you want to hide from people because you feel like everybody's criticizing you. But what's happening is that they're mirroring your subconscious thoughts. Um, just notice the things you say to yourself while you're just doing everyday things. Like, how do you talk to yourself? You know, and ask yourself, you know, would I let my best friend talk to me that way? Because we tend to be really hard on our best friends and our family. We don't let nobody disrespect us. You know what I'm saying? But are you talking to yourself in the same? Are you giving yourself the same respect that you expect other people to give you? Mm. And you know about the drawing and the creativity. I am a highly creative person, and I've used my art to express my sadness. And I've also heard of people using their art to actually manifest what it is they want. You know, I was reading an article once about an artist who drew men who are lonely and alone because that's how he felt inside. And he had a spiritual counselor, a life coach, who was like, well, if he was like, I want love. I don't know why I can't find love. You know, I want love in my life. And the life coach was like, well, why don't you start drawing what you want to see instead of what you don't have? And you know, the expressionist in me is like, well, there's nothing wrong with expressing your sadness. But you know, how long are you going to express that sadness, and how long would you like to stay sad? I feel like Chiron can go on like for a lifetime if you allow yourself to be like sad forever. Like you can like stay sad in that area forever. Like I have Chiron in the ninth house, and I love to travel, but oftentimes I'm like, I'll never be able to do that. Sigh. I wish I could travel. I wish I could. Da, 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 da. And so that's why I got up and I moved to St. Thomas. And then I made other plans to travel to Norway. And I just did it. Now, the issue that I have is that I did not do my research and stuff about things, and I wasn't aware of the need to do those types of things. Maybe, I feel like in Chiron also gives you that kind of like blind spot because I don't know, for some reason in that area you want things to be like a utopia, and that's why you're so disappointed. It's like people should just allow you to speak. People should just allow me to freaking be an artist. Like, people should not criticize me. I should not have to face this. And the fact that you do in that area is mind-boggling to you. You just rather not deal with it at all, so you will suppress yourself from even having that need. But the need doesn't go away because having Chiron in the third house is actually like a catalyst for you to be your best self and live your best life. This is the best part of you. I found that Chiron often is what we have to offer in the world. Like it's almost like where we'll shine the brightest in a way that will bring us personal happiness, so that and it'll flow out to other areas of our lives. Right? Don't you feel that? Don't you sense that? That if you could communicate right, or send your message, your essence message, through your creativity and the ways you like to communicate. There's many different ways to communicate. Music, song, art, thought, and intelligence, speaking, YouTube channel. Like, you feel, it's almost like if you could get past that wound, you would be the happiest motherfucker alive. And don't you want to experience that? Like, without healing your Chiron, I feel like you would be going through the motions. And that's probably what you do, especially with Chiron in third house. If you stay away from the wound, then you're most likely just going through the motions, which creates drama for you. Because when people are bored and dull, you know what they do? They bark at other people. Instead of like going after what you want, you look at other people going after what they want and you're jealous. And then you feel like people are in competition with you. And everybody's just trying to stop you from doing what you want. And you create like this drama in your head, and the saying goes, well, this a saying that I made up, I don't really have any problems. I'm just insane. I don't have any real issues. I'm just insane. Like, stop the madness and tell yourself, you know what, I can be the happiest person in the world. I can be the happiest motherfucker on earth. Just allow yourself to have that. Allow yourself to shine. And Chiron isn't necessarily about shining. I feel like Chiron is about like personal satisfaction that outreaches to the rest of us. It's like, wow, you're so happy. People are like, oh, you're so happy. I'm so glad you finally did that. Everybody would be like, I'm so glad, bitch, you stopped being so fucking critical. God damn, you finally did it. Yay. Like everybody act like they're so relieved. Chiron is like that type of thing. Like, oh, I'm glad you finally did it, so you can shut the up. Good for you. Now you can stop calling me crying about nothing. And I feel like Chiron is just like that. Okay? I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.